Welcome back, wrestling fans. Evolution of Pro Wrestling here. I apologize for a little small technical difficulty. We are back. Tonight, we are going to welcome into the show. The other day, we had Alex Todd, one of the members of the Anarchy, elite tag team of ARW. Tonight, we're going to be bringing onto the show Mr. Alex Misery, the other half of Anarchy. We are going to discuss the ins and outs of this man's career, as well as many things that we have mentioned, we have spoke about, and we're going to welcome him into the show right now. We're excited to hear what he has to say. Can't wait. This guy's a phenomenal athlete.
This thing working.
And
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Misery.
What's up, y'all? Probably like the most awkward introduction I've ever done.
Hey, how's it going, sir? It's a pleasure to have you on.
Is it working?
We've seen your wrestling. Me and my son. We've seen your tag team. We've seen what you've been able to do. I've seen your Lucha Conquest. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm saying, hold on. Let's try that again. I don't know why that keeps happening.
It's like, I don't know if it's my phone or if it's his phone.
Oh, much better?
All right, working now?
Much better?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just like I can hear myself like repeating. I'm like, okay, well, that's not right.
All right.
Is it my connection?
So, as I mentioned, we've seen you in Atomic. We've seen you in Lucha Conquest. Your skills are superior. You mentioned to me the other day that you trained with the likes of Alpha, Rocky Johnson, and many other great superstars from the WWE. How was that an impact in your career? And how did it feel?
Well, I did train at the Wallace Memorial Training Center. I did do a seminar where there was Haku. It was Ricky Santana and all them, all the good guys from the Hall of Fame, and it did help me out a lot. I learned a lot when I was at the Wallace Memorial Training Center because it's just they literally teach you from the bottom. They don't really care what how many years you got. They teach they always teach. They have like a schedule of what they teach, and it's like every time. And if I say that were like my improvements, it came from there. I learned a lot, man. I mean, I learned in the likes of character development, doing new like moves, like I've been debuting this new move called what was it called, the Misery 66 or something like that. No, but I learned a lot. As far as I've learned to do my promos better, how to work with the crowd. As far as visual. I learned a lot of things, man. It's honestly like I don't even know where to start. It was definitely an honor to be able to learn from them, and it was tough, but it was worth it at the end of the day.
No, that's what counts. Working with guys like that. Haku is part of Samoan descendant as well as Alpha. While Samoans, they were a terror when they were in the WWE. So I can imagine how hard it was.
They live up to their to their name and everything, and how they have the word "Can you survive?" Literally, can you survive? Because it's it's pretty tough. I mean, it's definitely worth. At the end of the day, it's worth 100% of it. You learn so much, and the way that you see the business and everything is completely different.
No, I can definitely understand. I can definitely understand that. I've watched these guys grow up. I wish that would have been me watching you. I wish that would have been me watching you
train
and being next to those guys, man.
It's a pleasure, man.
I see in such a short career, as a young gentleman, several tag team titles, the hardcore title in ARW. How does that feel?
Yeah,
how does that feel
going into your career?
Yeah, going into your career, do you see yourself owning more championship gold?
Well, honestly, like I see that people for them to hold a title, it's prestige. You know, I guess it means a lot to a lot of people. For me, I never really thought that I needed a title to be where I'm at. You know, but when it happens, it happens. You know, uh, I do it because I love what I do. You know, I don't really for a title or anything. I don't care about titles. I don't care. But like at least the times that I've held it, like my first title was the WWL 6-man tag title, and I was like, if I'm not mistaken, I was like 16 when I won that title. It was my first title. It was unexpected because it wasn't supposed to happen. It was kind of like, okay, well, one of the tag teams missed. You know, one of the tag teams missed. So they're like, all right, Apollo, you're up, and I'm like, what? So then here's the funny story about that is that they never told me anything. They just said, all right, well, you're gonna wrestle today, and then you're gonna wrestle 2 times. All right, so in the third one, you're gonna be joining the 6-man tag. And my dad didn't want me to know that it was for the titles because I think he knew that I would probably get nervous. And then I was in the ring. I was supposed to wrestle these people called Legio, which are pretty big, popular, 3-man tag over there. So yeah, I got in the ring and they were like, all right, cool. So we're going to start the match. We're starting the match, and like midway through, they're like, all right, Apollo, you're doing the finish. Call it. Did the lion salt. And then when I went to go pin, they're like, all right, Apollo, just stay. And I won it, and I was like, whoa, like I didn't expect to win a title, in like my second, it was in my third year in wrestling, and it was just like, oh my God. But no, it's really different when you hold a title compared to, when you don't have one. Because like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, like when I won my first title, it was kind of like, okay, well, how do I I didn't know how to be a tag team. I didn't know how to promote a tag team, the way that I did now with Anarchy and all that. So it was pretty odd for me because it's like, okay, well, what should I post? Do I post this? Do I mention myself or do I mention the tag? So I was like, all right, well, I don't know. And then when we started Anarchy and ARW, we made it a goal, or Alex Todd at least wanted the goal to at least win the titles. And I was like, all right, cool, let's go for it. Let's see what we can. And after like one tough year as Anarchy, because no one knows, they know Alex Todd and they know us, but who'd have thought that someone who was doing Freedom, who's a complete opposite of Anarchy, would be tagging with this insane dude, and it's like, all right, well, it just worked out perfectly. And we did ARW, and then we decided, all right, well, if we're doing ARW, we got to expand. We got to go to different places. So we went to 2.0, we went to New York. We debuted Anarchy in New York, and that was really cool. We got to wrestle these really, this intergender type match where we wrestled this girl named Masha Slamovich. Who else? And like 2 other guys. And one of the guys reminded me of Nacho Libre, but no, it was pretty cool. So yeah, and then we got to go to Jersey. We got to work SWF, which I think is one of the bigger promotions up there. We got to work in my first promotion that I've ever worked in when I started in Jersey called Ace. So that was pretty cool. And then eventually we started just focusing on Atomic and Pro Wrestling 2.0. And then when we started doing more 2.0s, when we won our first title there, it was pretty cool. It changes the view. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's completely different when you're a tag and you win a title as a singles. Like when I won the Atomic Hardcore title, it was literally for just like a second until Jerry Souls came in and decided to do his thing and cheat his way. That's what I like to call it. But it was fun though. I had a lot of fun.
Well, you talk about the hardcore title.
Well, you talk about the hardcore title.
I saw the announcement that Alex Red put on Facebook. You were actually going for the hardcore title against CJ O'Doyle. So now you actually going to have the opportunity to
win the title.
Have a match, win the title. Even though if you do win the title, you're going to have a target on your back.
Yeah.
Because there's 24/7 rules.
Going into this match,
Going into this match, what do you see yourself at?
It's definitely tough competition. CJ's humongous. Definitely a fighter, but I'm ready. I'm definitely ready to put everything I got. I mean, I put everything I got into every match that I do, every show. Is it going to be tough? Yes, it's going to be hell freaking tough, but I'm going to put a hell of a fight, and I'm definitely going to try to put my best to at least, make an effort to try to win. But he's a big dude, so we'll see how that goes out. I guess people are going to have to go and find out at the next Atomic show.
Well,
so, yeah.
To me, size doesn't matter. Because
this is coming from the same man that took a light bulb and cracked it on his head.
So that was entertaining. That
So
was
that was
amazing.
entertaining. That
We
was
looked at it
amazing.
like, holy shit, this
We
guy
looked at it
is
like, holy shit,
he's for
this guy
real. Like
is
he
he's
will
for
go that
real.
extra
Like
mile.
he will go that extra mile.
A lot of people, you know, they ask me, why do you do that? You know, how do you like? Okay, here's a better way of wording it. When I'm out of the ring, oh, you know, here, take this light bulb and smash. I'm like, oh no, man, I can't. I'm too scared. But it's like, it's so different because when I step in that ring, it's like I feel this fire, this adrenaline. It's just the people just keep me going. Literally, is the reason why I represent like this whole anarchy thing. It's like it's just this emotion that I feel. You know, every time I step out there and I hear the crowd, and it's just like, okay, well, these people are expecting like a hell of a fight, so I got to give them a hell of a fucking shit. You know, like excuse my language, but you know, it's so different when I'm in the ring compared to like, you know, out there outside the ring. Um, I definitely do thank everyone. I want to like, you know, express my gratitude to everyone because, you know, realistically, if it wasn't for the crowd, the fans, ARW, and 2.0, I really wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Absolutely. And
you know,
absolutely.
And everyone out
you
there.
mentioned fans.
You mentioned fans. You wrestled in WWC.
You know as well as I know that's World
Yeah.
Wrestling
You know as well as I know
Council
that's
in Puerto
World
Rico.
Wrestling Council in
Back
Puerto
then was
Rico.
one of the most brutal
Back then was one of the most brutal
organizations I've ever seen. You
organizations
know, the
I've ever
stars
seen.
like
Oh, yeah.
Cheeky Star,
You know, the
Abdullah the
stars like Cheeky
Butcher,
Star,
Bruiser Brody.
Abdullah the Butcher,
How
Bruiser
was it
Brody.
working in front of a crowd?
How was it working in front of a crowd so hostile there?
It was very different in the sense of it was very hard to in Puerto Rico. Well, realistically, in Puerto Rico in general, you know, it's a hit or miss type thing. And when I first started in WWC, it was very hard to get the crowd behind me. You know, as the second generation wrestler, you know, the son of Apollo, because they expect either, you know, like either you're gonna be as good as your dad, maybe you'll be, you know, maybe you'll be better, or you're just nothing at all. And at that time, it was kind of like, how do I explain it? Like it was kind of, I felt like it was just a miss for me, you know, coming out through the curtains. No one really seen me wrestle because I started wrestling here in the States. So I was like, okay, well, I have to do more than what I normally do. You know, my mental was like rushing. I'm like, all right, well, what can I do to get these crowd behind me and stuff? I had wrestled with Angel Fashion and Diabolico, and I'll tell you what, I think I did pretty well for you know, a first time in WWC. Maybe it's not the reaction that I normally get now, but it was a start. It was a boost, you know. And in my opinion, this is what I think. I think I did pretty well enough. You know, I mean, I came back a couple shows after, and I did a couple more shows until I eventually moved out here. But I mean, I think it was tough being in a situation, an area like that. You know, it's definitely not the same how it is here in the States.
Absolutely. I've
But
seen
Absolutely.
what they used to
I've
do back then.
seen
They used to throw a lot of
what they used to
rocks
do back
and
then. They used to throw a
bottles and
lot
all
of
that stuff
rocks
at
and bottles
wrestlers.
and all
So
that stuff.
I can
and everything.
imagine
Wrestlers,
anything
so
they can think
I
of. You
can
know, they
imagine
got something in their hand,
anything
they're gonna
they
throw it.
can think of. You know,
But
they got
for you to
something in their hand, they're
wrestle
gonna throw it.
in that crowd, you know,
But for you
that's
to
an
wrestle
amazing
in that crowd, you know,
accomplishment
that's
to
an
start off your
amazing
career. Then to
accomplishment to
come back
start off
into
your
the
career.
States, you know,
You know, then to come
like I
back
said,
into the
you're my
States, you
son's
know,
favorite tag
like I
team.
said, you're my son's
So
favorite tag team.
it's like,
So
okay,
I'm glad,
it's like, okay,
you know, someone likes Anarchy like that because I personally feel like a lot of people, you know, they like Anarchy, but they don't choose. You know, like I didn't think we would be someone's favorite like that, but you know, we
my
definitely
son
have.
just commented
my
anarchy,
just
anarchy. You
commented
know, he's
anarchy,
watching the
I
show.
don't even think I can see the comments. Yeah, I can't even see the comments, but if you can, let me know.
But
Yeah,
but
for sure,
I'm glad that you
for
know.
no, we definitely
sure,
It feels
we
good.
love we enjoy
no, we
watching you
definitely
guys.
we enjoy watching you
5 years
guys.
from now, where do you see your
5 years
career at?
from now, where do you see your career at?
You know, I've gotten that questions a couple times, but I've never gotten the chance to really answer it. 5 years from now, let's see. Well, a lot of people, they ask me like, do you see yourself in WWE? Do you see yourself in TNA? I personally, I can't see. No one can see to the future, but I see myself trying, you know, to get to that point. Whether it's WWE, NXT, TNA, you know, AEW, whatever. The goal is definitely to work up to that. Uh, I think I see myself doing more than what I do now. Definitely, I don't want to. There's times where I feel like, okay, well, maybe I'll be in the same position. Maybe I'm not. The mentality is to keep pushing forward, you know, and just to step up and do more than I normally do every show. That's basically the goal. And so hopefully, maybe I'll see myself in TNA. Maybe just TNA, maybe AEW. We'll see. I guess time will tell, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a
Oh, absolutely.
you gotta pay your dues in this business.
I know you gotta pay your dues in this business. You work
Excuse me, do what you
hard.
gotta do. I have
Excuse
a
me, do what you
question. I
gotta do.
usually ask
I
this
have a question. I
question
usually
to
ask
every
this
single time that I bring on the
question
show.
to every single time that I
If
bring on the
you had
show.
the chance to have a
If
dream
you had the
match
chance
right
to have
now
a dream match
against
right
anybody,
now
past, present,
against
future,
anybody, past, present,
who would
future,
it be?
who would it be?
Just one. Do I get to pick one, or can I pick three? My top three.
I'll give you three. I'll give you an exception. I'll give you three.
I'll give you an exception. You give it three.
All right. So definitely Jimmy Havoc. I've seen. So all right. So for my three, Jimmy Havoc. Second, Darby Allin, and the first is my dad. Always gonna be my dad.
Father son. That would be
Father son. That would be an epic match.
I've been really thinking about that lately. If it ever came down to that, if it would it be my dad? And I'm like, all right. So I even come up to my dad. I'm like, hey, so where are we gonna have our match? And he's like, it's a little too early now. I'm like, yeah, but time, time's not forever. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah.
No, absolutely. Those are awesome
No,
picks, man.
absolutely.
And
Those are
who
awesome
knows?
picks,
Maybe
man.
Alex Red can
Who
book
knows?
that in
Alex can
Atomic
book that in
between
Atomic.
father and son.
Father and son.
I told my dad I'm not gonna do it anywhere, whether it's in the gym. I just want to have that opportunity, to be able to at least work in one. People are like, maybe you can do a chop off with your dad. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm okay with that because his chops hurt like hell. But yeah, that's where I get my. It's funny because a lot of people are like, do you do your chops because of your dad? I'm like, actually, yeah, I do it, but I don't just do it because he, that's his trade. Like that's what made him him. But like I also did it because it's fun. I mean, it's fun. What can I
No,
say?
absolutely. Now, sir, usually
Absolutely.
Definitely.
we give the talent the opportunity to promote anything they need to promote, events,
Anything they need
any
to promote,
matches coming up.
events, any
The
matches
floor
coming
is
up.
yours, sir.
The floor is yours, sir.
All right. Well, let's see. I got a whole list. I posted it on my Facebook too, so in case I missed any, just check out on my Facebook or on my page. Definitely check out the Anarchy page. I know that we're on Instagram. We are Live in Rebellion. For Facebook is Anarchy. I think we have one for Twitter as well, but I'm not 100% sure. Man, I try to keep up with these Instagrams and everything. But yeah, definitely Instagrams Live in Rebellion. Check out Alex Todd at the Alex Todd in Instagram and Alex Todd on Facebook. You can check me out at Apollo Junior Official, and Real Apollo Junior over in Instagram. Yeah, Instagram. There we go. I am Apollo Junior on Twitter as well. For matches right now, let's see. Let me ask my assistants for what's the next one right now coming up. Okay, so this Saturday we definitely got Lucha Conquest down in Kissimmee. I think it's the KVLS Pavilion. It's at the Heritage Park. Definitely go out there. There's going to be a lot of people. 450 is going to be there. I think Tejano Jr. is going to be there, and all those guys. But it's definitely a show to check out. We got that one. We have the First Responder shows at ACW. That's the 28th. It's going to be at the Gulfview Event Center. Let's see. Trying to name on as much. The first is 2.0, October 1st, 2.0, and then I'll be putting more information on that. The fifth, I'll be at FTW Fight the World over in Tampa. Man, I've been just working on trying to get to more places. I know I'll be in Mississippi pretty soon as well. That's going to be from the 11th to the 13th. If there's any people watching from New York or New Jersey, we'll be Anarchy will be in Bronx on November 2nd, and we'll be on the 30th. We'll be in Ironbound Wrestling in New Jersey.
Excellent.
As of right now, that's all I can think of. But if you guys want to check out all the dates, I posted a whole list of them over on my page.
Absolutely. We'll definitely keep a lookout for that. So Alex Misery, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. As always, we enjoyed you guys' talent. You and Alex Todd, excellent tag team. I'm definitely looking forward to see where your both of your careers end up.
Excuse me.
We're looking forward to it.
All right, no problem. Thank you for allowing me to be on the show. I know that we talked, and then my phone was dead, so I couldn't answer your text messages. But I mean, I got my fiance's phone. I'm like, all right, let me just do it from his phone, from your phone.
Absolutely.
So, all right, cool, and we got it done.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
All right.
Well, fans, the other half of Anarchy, Alex Misery, excuse me, who will be wrestling CJ O'Doyle. Not gonna want to miss. Thank you, fans, for always supporting us, always joining us. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Any questions, comments, or concerns, please contact us via email by evolutionofprowrestling@gmail.com. As I mentioned, join us this Friday, 8 p.m. sharp, myself and my co-host Jaden, for the topic that many people to this day are thinking about: what would have happened if Sting would have joined the WWE from the beginning? Tune in, fans. Thank you for watching.